We're expecting a big day today at the Supreme Court as the court is set to pronounce the verdict on reconsideration of a 1998 judgment on legislators' immunity. What does that mean? Now, the top court of the country will pronounce verdict on immunity to lawmakers. The members of parliament, the members of legislative assembly had sought immunity over taking bribes for the votes in the House. In 1998, a 5-judge bench of the Supreme Court ruled that MPs and MLAs have total immunity in all matters related to even the voting in the House, which means they are immune to prosecution, even if they have taken a bribe to cast a vote. Now, the case was related to taking the bribe by 5 JMM MPs, including the party patriarch Shibu Soren. This is in 1993, remember, to vote against no confidence motion faced by the Congress government-led Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao. Then the Rao-led government, which was in a minority in the Lok Sabha, survived the motion. Now, the CBI had registered a case back then against the 5 JMM MPs. It was quashed by a 5-judge bench of the Supreme Court. Today could be a big day, considering with the sort of cross-voting that we have seen on many scenarios. Kanu Sarda, a legal correspondent, joins us for the latest on that. Now, Kanu, this may sound bizarre for many because if this is about taking any sort of quid pro quo for voting, that shouldn't they be liable for action? So in what manner is the immunity available to them, or are they seeking? And just give us a background on this case to the viewer.
Well, Pooja, the case is pertinently related to the bribes taken on price taken for giving the speeches or the votes in the floor of the House. What does this mean? This means that if an MP or MLA takes bribes from an ex-political party and gives the vote to another political party, whether that person is immune to such prosecution or not, because the Constitution of India gives ample immunity to all the MPs and MLAs under Section 105 subclause 2, which gives clear immunity. So Supreme Court is now going to decide whether the immunity given on the bribe per se is correct or not. It's very important to mention that during the hearing it was said that bribe giving or bribe taking is an offense. So very likely the Supreme Court is going to lay down some guidelines, and it could be a scenario that the immunity which was given to the MPs and MLAs, especially during the House proceedings, can be taken away. So it is going to be a very, very important day because the election season is around the corner. And it's going to be
this is going to be very interesting. You've rightly mentioned this is the election season. We have seen cross-voting that has happened, for example, whether it was in the Rajya Sabha elections and with regard to Himachal Pradesh. So can there be the bribe issue here, not the cross-voting, remember, the bribe issue here that the Supreme Court will take into consideration? Thank you so much for now. Kanu Sarda and all our legal correspondents will be keeping an eye out for this.